6.
Just into the Channel 3000 Alert Center, officials are responding to an active water rescue on Lake Wabeesa. Dane County Dispatch says a call came in around 5:15 for an injured person on the lake, but could not confirm the condition of anyone involved. We'll continue to update you as we learn more. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Gary Canalti now, who's watching a chance for some storms tonight. Gary?
Especially for areas west of Madison. In fact, as we take a look at the live view from the Platteville-Queanby radio Skycam, you can see that skies are mostly cloudy. Those are actually the blow-off tops of thunderstorms still well out to the west in Iowa. And as we look at high-resolution Doppler radar, there are a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings in parts of northeastern Iowa and parts of eastern portions of Iowa. These storms are heading to the southeast and probably will just clip southwestern Wisconsin over the next couple of hours. There is an outside chance of severe weather, but the higher severe weather threat is more likely going to occur across Iowa and Illinois, where severe thunderstorm watches are in effect. Temperatures right now are in the upper 70s to the lower 80s. Here in Madison, 82 degrees, 86 in Milwaukee, one of the warm spots. Dew point temperatures are in the middle 60s here in Madison, but it is noticeably more humid toward the Mississippi River, and again, that's where the higher chances for thunderstorms will be. Look for skies to be cloudy with some thunderstorms this evening. Then after that, look for skies to turn partly cloudy overnight. Tomorrow should be a pretty nice day with partly sunny skies. At this point, it looks like it'll stay dry and the humidities will be fairly low with a high of 81. Later on, we'll take a look at a forecast that includes more heat and humidity by the end of next week.
Thank you, Gary. The Madison Metropolitan School District is taking a step forward in its planning for a return to school in the fall. Our Gabriela Becerra breaks down a slideshow that was sent to MMSD families this weekend.
MMSD is making plans for 3 separate scenarios in the fall. The first is all in-person learning. This model would be enacted if a vaccine was made available. The second is all virtual learning, and schools would switch to this model if somebody tested positive for COVID. And lastly, a hybrid model, which the district announced is most likely to become a reality. The school week would look like this. On Mondays and Tuesdays, Cohort A attends in-person classes and Cohort B learns virtually. On Wednesdays, both cohorts learn virtually, allowing for the building to be sterilized. On Thursdays and Fridays, Cohort A learns virtually and Cohort B attends in-person classes. School buildings will also look a little different to accommodate for physical distancing, with plexiglass barriers, desks spaced out, and staggered meal times to limit communal dining. The district says bus capacity will be limited to 24 students. This will require adding more buses and routes. Self-transportation will be encouraged this year. Each student will be issued a Chromebook for virtual learning at home. Families without internet will be issued a hotspot. MMSD says it's working with Madison School and Community Recreation to accommodate for after-school programming and childcare. Extracurricular activities could resume with safety measures, and athletics will rely on guidance from the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association. A questionnaire about this plan is expected to be sent to MMSD families on Monday, and the district also plans to incorporate any guidance from Public Health Madison in Dane County once made available. In Madison, I'm Gabriela Becerra, News 3 Now.
Madison School Board member Nikki Vandermeulen says the board reserves the right to determine the means and method of instruction, but is yet to review and vote on that topic. Vandermeulen posted the district's slideshow on Facebook yesterday, adding that this plan should also be reviewed by health professionals to incorporate the best practices. She says student and faculty safety is most important in planning for next year, and she isn't sure this plan ensures safety for everyone.
I have had parents, teachers, staff, all have reached out saying, I'm terrified. I've read posts of people saying, I need to update my will. I don't want someone to update their will, be able to teach at MMSD.
Vandermeulen says she's in communication with School Board President Gloria Reyes to get the topic of hybrid learning placed on the agenda prior to implementation. A new study reports nearly a quarter of American teachers are at higher risk of serious illness if they contract coronavirus. The statistic comes from a Kaiser Family Foundation report released yesterday. Nearly 1.5 million teachers are either over 65 or have health conditions like diabetes, heart disease, or obesity. For the third day in a row, Wisconsin has broken its record for the most coronavirus cases confirmed in a single day. DHS officials are reporting 926 new cases of the virus today. That's nearly 40 more than yesterday and nearly 200 more than Thursday. 7.7% of new tests came back positive over the past 24 hours. That's up 1% from Friday. Officials have confirmed 7 additional deaths, bringing the state's death toll to 821 people. About 30,000 of the state's nearly 36,000 confirmed cases have recovered. New video tonight. For the first time since the start of the pandemic, President Trump has been seen by the White House press corps wearing a mask. The president is sporting a face covering while visiting wounded troops at Walter Reed Medical Center. Yesterday, Trump said wearing a mask seemed like the right thing to do while at the hospital. Disney World officially opened to the public today, welcoming back guests for the first time since it closed in March when the coronavirus pandemic hit the U.S. But almost 4 months later, the numbers are worse than when the park closed. Whitney Wild has more.
It's the happiest place on earth. Now it's trying to be the cleanest place on earth.
Cool. I just washed my hands.
But is that really possible in the middle of a global pandemic? The New York Times estimates the park is limiting capacity to less than 50%, making face masks mandatory and forcing social distancing and using temperature checks before you even get on the tram to the entrance, and constantly cleaning.
We feel safer at theme parks than we do at any other normal store or restaurant. It feels safer at the theme parks because they're putting in that extra effort.
That's saying a lot considering the state in which those theme parks are located. Florida is seeing a record-breaking number of coronavirus cases and deaths.
This is really, we're in a dire position right now.
But Governor Ron DeSantis insists the higher numbers are due to increased testing.
If you test 200,000 people at a 3% rate, you're going to get more cases than if you test 100,000 people at that.
Echoing an inaccurate claim from President Trump.
Everybody says, we have so many cases. That's because we test so many people.
But medical experts say he's wrong.
But what we see is that the percentage of tests that are coming back positive is increasing. The virus has basically outpaced those efforts, and now we have more people infected now than we ever have.
In Washington, I'm Whitney Wild.
Nearly 135,000 people have died from complications of the virus across the country. UW Health and Madison College's School of Engineering have developed face shields to help speech therapists and their patients. Traditional masks can provide challenges for patients who are hard of hearing or need to read lips. The new clear face masks make communication easier for patients like 3-year-old Austin Viste and UW Health speech therapist Megan Welsh. They also provide more human interaction.
She's taught us as parents how to, move our mouth so we can show him. And as a parent, I can't learn how to do that if I can't even see her mouth. So I think it's really important for him to see her mouth moving, as well as us as parents to see that, so we're knowing what to do when we get home and how to continue working with him.
The masks are currently being tested by a limited number of UW Health providers. UW Health is looking for a manufacturer to develop the Badger Shield face mask. A Sun Prairie Aldi's was evacuated this afternoon during a search for 2 men accused of stealing a car. 20-year-old Cameron Barber Smith and 19-year-old Javon Davis are in custody tonight on probation holds. Police say a stolen car was found in a Target parking lot on South Grand Avenue that kicked off a search for the men. Officials say one of them was hiding in the grocery store, leading police to evacuate everyone inside. Rock County Sheriff's deputies searching for a missing Janesville man found a body this morning. Deputies say search crews and cadaver dogs found the man's body near North County Highway E around 9 o'clock. Police say Johnny Hood was last seen in that area on Monday afternoon, but the medical examiner hasn't confirmed yet if that's his body that was found. Deputies say no foul play is suspected. Police are investigating after several buildings in the 2300 block of Allied Drive were hit by gunfire this morning. Officials responded shortly after midnight for reports of shots fired after a large gathering in the area. Police say no one was reported to be injured. Several shell casings were recovered at the scene. Anyone with information is asked to contact Madison area Crime Stoppers. Hilda Mall is back open today after abruptly closing yesterday afternoon for a planned block party. Organizers of yesterday's event said they wanted the opportunity to talk about racial issues and injustice. Instead, the mall closed early, citing security concerns. A Hilda spokesperson says the mall would have been grateful to help organize the event and meet mass gathering standards. Another historic event is going virtual this year. The 62nd annual art fair on the square is underway with more than 400 artists sharing their work online. Tahlil Mohedin joins us now to share how organizers are adapting amid the pandemic.
It's older than the Super Bowl, goes back decades, and has been a major avenue of support for the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art. This time last year, thousands of people would have been downtown visiting hundreds of artists and booths showcasing their work. But to maintain public safety standards during the pandemic, this year, MMOCA is celebrating virtually on its website and Facebook page with posts highlighting artists and their works, as well as giving people an opportunity to support the museum.
This is our largest annual fundraiser. So the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art is a completely independent, nonprofit art organization. We're admission free. All of the exhibitions, programming, talks, tours, many of our events are free. And so the Art Fair in the Square is one of those events that allows us to have a contemporary art that is admission free in our community.
Online visitors are encouraged to go on a self-guided tour of the website, choosing to shop with participating artists, support the museum by donating, or even upload videos sharing their love of the art. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10, hear how participating artists are feeling about going virtual.
All right, thank you so much, Tahlil. Republicans from across Wisconsin met today in Green Bay at the party's state convention today. While the Democrats gathered virtually last month for their convention, Republicans gathered in person.
It seems like decades ago that we gathered here in 2016. That was the first time I'd ever run for anything. That was an unusual election. And similarly at that time, there were a lot of people telling us that Republicans could not win. And so I would encourage you not to be discouraged, but I'd like to go back a little bit further.
A pair of President Trump's top advisors touted him to Wisconsin Republicans as a defender of law and order who will win over key black voters. Senator Ron Johnson attended the convention through a video message. State Democrats mocked the Republican gathering on Twitter, with party chairman Ben Wickler saying it was an example of how to spread coronavirus. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 6, top Democrats are accusing the president of abusing his power after he commuted the sentence of Roger Stone. And tonight on News 3 Now at 10, Rock County isn't requiring masks, but they are strongly encouraging them. Why some local businesses are already asking customers to wear them. That's tonight at 10.
Summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin in 10 minutes with Plexiderm.
Oh my God. I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years younger.
Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. And it works in 10 minutes. Plus, the results last up to 10 hours. And best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. There's been creams, there's been lotions. Nothing works like this.
We were away on vacation. If you go down to the islands, they always want to take you in a booth and put some stuff on you. And my husband said, boy, that stuff really works. And I said, I washed this off hours ago. This is Plexiderm. This is what works.
When I tried Plexiderm the first time, my daughter said, oh, Dad, did you get a haircut? And I said, no, I tried this Plexiderm product out. Oh, you look so much younger. I said, oh, thank you.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing under-eye bags and wrinkles from view in minutes. The science is incredible, but the results are even better.
Yeah, this looks really good. All these those lines are gone. Amazing. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I look amazing. That's like so full of myself.
I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking. It works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under-eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You understand, I have the option, I have the authority to either grant a pardon or commute your sentence. He says you should understand that a pardon would be final, and that in accepting a pardon, you are exceptionally accepting guilt. And I would rather see you fight this out, which is why I'm commuting your sentence.
President Trump is defending his late-night commutation of Roger Stone's prison sentence today on Twitter. On his account, the president wrote, "Roger Stone was targeted by an illegal witch hunt that never should have taken place. It's the other side that are criminal, including Biden and Obama, who spied on my campaign and got caught." Democrats, like House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff, are accusing the president of abusing his power.
There are two systems of justice now in America, one for criminal friends of the president, like Michael Flynn and now Roger Stone, and one for everybody else.
Stone, a longtime friend of and advisor to President Trump, was due to report to prison next week to serve a 40-month sentence. He was convicted last November on 7 felony counts, including witness tampering and lying to Congress. Coming up on News 3 now at 6, chances for storms this evening. Gary has your first warn forecast coming up next.
Day trips are better than daydreams. Experience the adventure of a bigger world in a highly capable Lexus SUV. Visit your local Lexus dealer in person or online for exceptional offers at the Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Lease the 2020 NX 300 for $339 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Once Weekly Ozempic is helping many people with type 2 diabetes like Emily lower their blood sugar. A majority of adults who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
Here's your A1C.
Oh, my A1C is under 7.
And you may lose weight. Adults who took Ozempic lost on average up to 12 pounds.
I lost almost 12 pounds. Oh!
For those also with known heart disease, Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
It lowers the risk.
Oh?
And I only have to take it once a week.
Oh.
Ozempic is not for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once Weekly Ozempic is helping me reach my blood sugar goal.
You may pay as little as $25 for a 1-month or 3-month prescription. Ask your healthcare provider today about Once Weekly Ozempic.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah. New customer? What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
I love that. But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere. I'm like sub-level Z of this parking garage, and it still works. It's crazy.
Sir, you're going into signal shock, very common with new customers. Just breathe with me, okay? Unlimited data. Strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
Choose fair.
Sponsored by Clean Lakes Alliance's Lake Forecast Monitoring app.
There were a couple of showers and thunderstorms this morning, and that has kind of set the stage for what's happening late this afternoon and this evening. You can see this cluster of storms moving through far southern Wisconsin, mainly areas south of Madison. But what happens is, as it passes on through, it kind of shoves out a little area of cooler air that kind of acts as a front. We call this an outflow boundary. And notice how the next batch of storms this afternoon kind of follows right along that. So basically, the greater threat for thunderstorms is going to stay just to our south and west. Can't rule out some isolated showers and thunderstorms in the Madison area, but the severe weather threat certainly looks like it'll stay farther to our south and west, where severe thunderstorm watches are in effect. Although there is a cluster of stronger thunderstorms up in northeastern Iowa that could make it into parts of Crawford and Grant counties. Right now, all the severe thunderstorm warnings are with the southern part of this area of storms in eastern Iowa, and again, those are heading southeastward. So the severe weather threat looks to be lessening a little bit over southwestern Wisconsin, but again, we can't rule out an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm out of that cluster of storms that'll affect areas around Prairie du Chien over toward Boscobel and then eventually toward Platteville. Three things you need to know in the forecast. Once the storms move out of here, we'll look for nice weather for tomorrow. Partly sunny skies are expected with dry weather for both tomorrow and for Monday. The humidity levels start to increase as we head toward the middle part of the week, and that will lead to some thunderstorms from Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday. And then the hot and humid weather is back by the end of next week with high temperatures near 90 for Friday into next weekend. The Madison Lakes conditions right now, water temperature on Lake Mendota, 82 degrees. Right now, Mendota and Wingra have all beaches open. Monona and Waubesa have one beach closed. Monona, it's Esther Beach. On Waubesa, it's McDaniel Beach, but all the other beaches are open. And the forecast for tomorrow calls for partly sunny skies, high temperature at 81 degrees. Gentle northerly winds at 8 to 15 miles per hour. Should be a pretty nice day to be out on the lakes. As we look at weather track, the hot air continues to build over much of the northern hemisphere. You can see the lack of clouds pretty much across the entire Pacific Ocean into much of the western part of the country. Heat is baking basically the southern half of the country, and we've been kind of on the northern fringes of this. Right now, the jet stream has dipped a little bit here. Some of that is because of Tropical Storm Faye that moved up into the New England area. That's buckled the jet stream a little bit, allowing us a little bit of relief. But again, that heat out to the west will eventually build back in. For tomorrow, look for a high of 81 degrees with partly sunny skies and warm conditions. For tonight, the thunderstorm chances will be highest south and west of Madison. This takes us through 9 o'clock, but notice by about 2 o'clock in the morning, everything is to our south, and skies will turn partly cloudy overnight. As we check out the rainfall amounts, some areas could pick up around an inch of rain in some of the heavier thunderstorms, mainly south and west of Madison. Areas north of and east of Madison may stay dry or just see a little bit of rain. 7 to 10 day forecast, you can see those temperatures warming right back up into the mid-80s for the middle part of next week and around 90 by the end of the week. Nighttime low temperatures also come up into the upper 60s to around 70. Amanda?
Thank you so much, Gary. Some familiar faces showing off their skills on the links. Those highlights coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Today, some things do stand firm. Those you can lean on, the things that matter, and the importance of you being you. That's why no matter the type of care you need, or the way you need it, we're here every day, safe and ready. Because wherever you are in your world, you're the focus of ours. Safe care your way. Unity Point Health Meredith, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
My shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York.
Sometimes you run out of fresh at the wrong time. Luckily, Pick and Save delivery and free pickup make it easy to grab what you need, so you can get back to being you. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
The best new cars make the best used cars. That's why every Toyota certified used vehicle gets a 160-point inspection, new warranty starting the day you purchase, 1 year of roadside assistance, and more. Get as low as 0% APR financing on select Toyota certified used models. See your dealer for details.
All from the brand you trust, today and tomorrow. Toyota.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me. So help me God.
Connect with News 3 Now on Facebook Messenger to create a personalized news feed just for you. The topics you want, the day's top stories, and push alerts for breaking news, all through Messenger. Learn more at channel3000.com.
Sunday morning, we're talking taxes. That's right, tax day is almost here. What to know about Wednesday's filing deadline. Plus, we've got gardening tips for first-timers ahead of another hot and stormy week. Join us at 6:30.
Well, we're keeping our eyes on two Wisconsinites this weekend at the Workday Charity Open. Edgerton's Steve Stricker and, of course, Madison's own Jerry Kelly. Steve Stricker came into the day tied for 15th, but tough round 3 for him. Was 1 over par on the day to drop to 33rd place. Kelly, though, shot a 68 today, 4 under on the day, 6 under overall. He is tied for 19th. The American Century Championship doing some good this year. The celebrity tournament donating all proceeds to COVID-19 relief and social justice organizations. Wisconsin well represented on the links. Tony Romo, the Burlington, Wisconsin native, putting for birdie. He's tied for 4th place. He's usually pretty good in this one. And of course, Aaron Rodgers with an impressive performance as well. Solid shot off of the tee, lands on the green, and Rodgers tied for 17th. Now, his playing partner is someone Rodgers might be a little familiar with, none other than Vikings wide receiver Adam Thielen. We'll just say his shot was not as good as Rodgers. Now, these two might have to settle for some trash talking on the golf course for right now, because according to Rodgers, he's not sure about the future of football.
Top of mind is that we're going to have a season. I think there's a lot of things yet to be figured out. We're hopeful. We're hopeful it's with fans, and we can get all the testing procedures down the way they want it to for the utmost amount of safety. But I think we're kind of just waiting for the league and the PA to figure some things out.
The NHL will restart the season next month with a Stanley Cup tournament in Canada after players ratified a return-to-play plan and extension to a labor deal. So what will this tournament actually look like? Well, it'll be an expanded 24-team playoff starting on August 1st with Western Conference teams in Edmonton and Eastern ones in Toronto, both without fans. The top 4 seeds in each conference will get a bye. Well, the Bucks have been on the NBA bubble, in Orlando since Thursday. And, well, if you don't follow them on TikTok, you're missing out on some really good inside scoop, guys, like their meals. Now, several NBA players have been posting that the food leaves something to be desired inside the bubble, like being really full, maybe. But the Bucks showing us the menu and what the food actually does look like. And, I don't know, looks not too horrible to me. There's fruit, roasted sweet potatoes, at least. The Bucks' first game of the restart is about 3 weeks away against the Celtics. Now, man, if you like fruit and you like vegetables and a little bit of chicken, I guess you're okay inside the bubble.
Those packets of mayo that they had there made it pretty funny. Seems like they might have a lot of time on their hands. Thank you so much, Melissa. All right, let's take one more look at weather.
Yeah, we're watching some strong storms in northeastern Iowa that may affect parts of southwestern Wisconsin. You see those storms just north and west of Prairie du Chien. Right now, no warnings in effect for those storms. There were earlier, and if we do see strong thunderstorms, high winds and hail would be the main threats. As we put the radar into motion, you can see them kind of drifting off toward the southeast. So southern Crawford County, much of Grant County should be prepared for some gusty winds and heavy rainfall as these storms move in from the west over the next couple of hours.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.